Hasan Piker viewership dropping off a cliff, down 40% in the month. I used to like him when he was a standard Bernie guy, but then he decided to go full tanky. He laughed about China invading Taiwan, defended October 7 massacre. He's been evil Mexican.
From Drew Pavlau. I'm not super familiar with who this individual is, but this tweet is going is being passed around. Hasan Piker, for those that aren't familiar, he was the most prominent leftist streamer on Twitch.
What do you mean was, bitch? Who is that? Like, my man said was. Okay, who is then? What's going on here?
He is how did you describe? Is he a socialist? Is that how he describes himself?
I mean, he's a himbo socialist, yeah.
Himbo socialist, is that what he says?
Well, no, he doesn't say that. That's me mocking him.
Oh, okay.
But
wait, I do say that. What is this guy? Who is this guy? Why is this divorced dad saying, why is this divorced dad saying I don't say that? He's mocking me. I do say that. I actually do say that all the time. Okay, these guys are like, I assume they're like secret admirers, right? Is that what's going on? Bro is a fan? Okay. Okay.
He's allegedly a socialist. He says that he is culturally not American. He rejects essentially everything that there is about America. So,
well,
what? Oh, that's not true. I love America. What the fuck are they saying? Bro, I'm literally an Ameriboo. How is he saying the exact opposite things? It's like, okay. I just got to say something here. One, it's like funny because he has to be a fan because he's basically saying all of the right things, but then in reverse. Because so if he wasn't a fan, he wouldn't know these things, right? Like, one, I'm an Ameriboo, okay? I'm an Ameriboo. I say I'm an American all the fucking time, and I love American culture, literally why I sound and look and know all the fucking things about American culture. And I also do say I'm a himbo socialist. What the fuck?
According to this tweet, his viewership is down 40% in 1 month, from averaging 49,000 viewers to 27,438. And I think the issue here.
Wait, what is happening? What is this? I don't know what these numbers are, but I don't really understand what these numbers are actually from. But like, I don't have 27,000 live viewers right now. I'm pretty sure this is sub count. Oh, wait, they're so dumb. I don't have oh no, they think, oh no, these guys are talking about my sub count, which has stayed consistent the entire time. Currently I have 47,000 subs because like I didn't go live for 2 days. So usually it doesn't recycle. That's it. The numbers are like that because it went down from a month where you had more also. I saw these posts of yours on Twitter and I was worried. Anyway, let's keep going.
Is that, wow, undefined from 30,000 to 9,000. That's more than 40%. I think what's happening is younger people are realizing that this leftist.
Yeah, bro, what are they talking about? Like my sub count has been the same, like pretty much nonstop for the past like 3 years almost. It's had like massive peaks in between, but usually it's like, that's so weird. They're trying to pocket watch, but they're not even doing it correct. You can see the graph here. You are literally exactly the same for the last 6 months. Yeah. Like my viewership has gone up and down, and I definitely like lost. I would say I definitely lost like, if I was like 10K average, usually I did go down to like 20K average now, and that part is true. And that happened post October 7 for sure. But it's like pretty funny that they're talking about like my sub count. And my sub count has not gone down. It's just like it's around 50K nonstop. Dude, they did such bad math here while they were covering this that I literally had a hard time. I have to investigate how they fucked this up so bad. Like, this is hilarious. This is one of those things that's like pretty fucking easy to do math on. You know what I mean? You just look at the numbers and you go, okay, here's where he's like, here's where he's at a drop off. Here's where he hasn't. And they did such a bad job with this information that, like, I had a hard time trying to investigate what their investigation was done on. These people are sub till the date they took the numbers. If you took them in the middle of the month, half these people didn't renew it. Yeah, I don't really understand why they... I mean, they will never be punished for it, but, yeah, obviously, like, my drop-off has been severe, as you guys know. I'm dead. I'm dying. I think that, like... I don't think that I have, ever not been in the top 5 for overall subs on the platform in general, which is, of course, a major drop-off, as you guys know. Pretty dead. They assume sub count must be lower than average viewership because that's how it fucking works for most people. They don't realize you buck the trend and have more subs than average viewers. Yeah. I don't think they understand that I have, like, an older audience that... I have an older audience that always is like filtering in and out with disposable income and therefore don't have all the time to watch, but they still support and they come in and they watch and they resubscribe, that kind of thing. Like, I think that's just what it is. But still. Check this. They are so stupid. Be aware that the data for current month will always be incomplete until the next month begins. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what happened. They, like, accidentally, or maybe not on accident, but they basically put, like, an incomplete month in their numbers and said, like, oh, he's fallen off of a cliff or something. But it's, like, super easy to check. I'm so confused. Anyway, there's never been a moment in my life where I feel like my haters don't fucking, like, clip me out of context consistently.
This grift is just that. It's a grift. Here's a guy who, and so
I do love Tim Pool saying I'm a grifter when he grifts as a guy with hair. Like, that's his, like, overarching position every day when you see him. He's literally grifting as a dude who actually has a full set of hair when everybody knows that he's not. You know what I mean? Everybody knows. As Asmongold said, if Hasan is such a bad guy, why do you have to make stuff up about him? I know. It's so weird. Also, love to be... I mean, listen, if Tim Pool is calling you a grifter, then you must be, because he is the king at grifting.
To get to the gist of it, because I know it may be a bit esoteric to people who don't pay attention to the sphere of politics, but this guy's massively he was massively influential among young people. And now he's seeming to fall off. At the same time, we're seeing numerous polls that Gen Z is shifting right. Gen Z no longer...
What is happening? Bro. This is news to me, dude. He's like, no, dude, he's dead. He's dying. He's in the ditch. Let me tell you guys, I promise he's fucking falling off pretty hard, okay? It's just, nobody's watching him. Absolutely nobody.
Support same-sex marriage at the same levels as millennials. It's now lower than that of boomers. And I think 65% said they thought Trump would do more to fix this country if elected. These are shocking poll results we're seeing. At the same time, one of the most prominent streamers to a young leftist audience is dropping in viewership. It all starts to correlate. I think young people, as I mentioned,
he's not wrong about one aspect of this. I don't think Gen Z is, like, more right-wing than before. I just think that Gen Z is more invested in TikTok, and I don't have, like, a massive TikTok presence. I mean, I'm still one of the largest leftist commentators out there, obviously. But overall, I think, like, there are just less people super invested in the everyday minutia of politics, especially amongst Gen Z. I've talked about this quite a bit. I think that I think that a big chunk of it comes from the fact that they saw during the COVID lockdowns, like they saw that political action doesn't amount to anything for them, no tangible results whatsoever, right? Where they literally saw the criminal justice system like execute a black man, George Floyd. They took it to the fucking streets, and then after months and months of protest, basically nothing came of that. And I think that had a really damaging impact in the way that they understand the world, in the way that they analyze politics and political action in general, which is understandable. You are going to shut people out from engaging in politics when, you know, you show them that their demonstrations don't matter, that their words don't matter, that their feelings don't matter at all, their actions don't matter at all. And then beyond that, it's just, you know, we got back to business as usual politics, which was, again, Donald Trump versus Joe Biden. And sorry, nobody likes a rerun, you know? Nobody likes a fucking really shitty, a really shitty fucking rerun episode. And that's what American politics feels like to a lot of people right now. So they're just not invested. That's it. That's why there's a noticeable decline in every mainstream media outlet. There's a noticeable decline in almost every single social media news content creator in general. It is what it is. But I think those are the major reasons. Numbers are down industry-wide. Tim Pool's numbers are pretty much down industry-wide as well. Yeah. And also, if we're talking about decline, Tim Pool's homie, Steven Crowder, holy shit, like, there has been major noticeable declines in every part of the political world, even on the right wing. There is a swing in the pendulum towards the right because Joe Biden is obviously the president. And when Joe Biden is the president, you, of course, are going to have, like more right wing sentiment in the culture wars and whatnot. But that doesn't mean that like Gen Z is actually like aggressively becoming right wing or anything like that. But I do think that there's a lot of staying power. Ironic for these guys because you had 50K viewers during the State of the Union. That's more than every right wing streamer who was streaming the exact thing you were at the time. Yeah. Who are you inviting to a 5-panel person discuss Tim Pool's numbers? Well, I'm not a freak, which is why I'm not doing that. You know, instead I'm doing important things like serving the top of the hour ad break and telling you that if you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe for $5 or for free, which of course, you know, the reality is I've fallen off. I have no more subs. Please support your small streamers, as in me, your fallen off streamers, me, HasanAbi Piker, especially at the top of the hour. Talk about a decline. Is that Gavin McGinnis in the bottom left? Oh my God, no, it isn't. It's the wall guy. That's so sick. He got like some of the greats, some of the goats, dude.
In the previous segment, are waking
Thank you, MP Sharky, for the 5 gifted subs, allowing me to, stopping my demise, stopping my fall off. Here's the 3-minute ad break now, by the way. He's the guy who dresses up as the Trump's wall. Bro, quit talking about this. No one cares. Honestly, I think this is good content. Like, I think this is like a funny thing. It's the best way to address this because it's obviously someone who is diametrically opposed to my worldview and they're doing an embarrassing fucking job at like covering it. And I'm having a good time covering it, especially because you have like 5 divorced dads sitting together, including fucking a dude that is known for dressing up as Trump's wall, talking about how my fucking numbers are, talking about how my numbers have diminished and I'm dying and irrelevant. I'm sorry, but this excites me a little bit. This is awesome. It's so much better than like having dipshits like Mr. Bonarelli and Bonnaroo talking about this shit. Because like the reality is a lot of people are not smart enough to recognize when someone is actually just a reactionary right-winger, especially if they say they are progressive. Mr. Bonnaroo is one of those people that can mask themselves as a progressive and talk about me from the progressive point of view, even though he's progressively defending genocide, progressively defending the idea that like white supremacy should mow down Black Lives Matter protesters, progressively shitting on trans people, you know, doing all of that under the auspices of progressivism, right? And a lot of people are silly and they don't get it. But most people understand that Tim Pool is a right-winger who's a grifter who says that they're a liberal. So Tim Pool is basically, in many respects, very similar to Mr. Bonarcelli, except Mr. Bonarcelli does a better job of like hiding his more reactionary sentiment, I guess, or basically claiming that they are legitimately progressive.
Up to, yes, you're being screwed over by powerful uniparty and corporate elites. No, communism and socialism are not the answer. But I can give you an example of why Hasan perfectly exemplifies the grift that is the left. When I made a video agreeing with him about something, he had criticized Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast was curing cataract blindness.
I remember that.
And Hasan said, why are we praising this? It's a simple procedure, and yet we're relying on an entertainment TV show to help people with their vision. And
he's mad that I didn't fucking get excited that he agreed with me. What the fuck? He didn't even criticize me. He agreed with me on it.
I completely agree. It's an absurdity that as a culture, we've turned healthcare into a TV show to make it function. He ends up responding by insulting me because I was critical of funding the war in Ukraine. So here's a guy who simultaneously says the military-industrial complex is bad, we shouldn't fund wars, and we should be funding Ukraine and supporting Ukraine. We can't leave them hanging. Because
wait, what? Dude, I love my politics are an enigma to everyone. Okay? What is it? Am I pushing Z and I love Vladimir Putin and I want him to wipe out Ukraine? Or am I like fucking saying like we have to give all of our money to Ukraine? Please keep giving more of the money to Ukraine. What is happening? Which one is it? It's all of it at the same time, depending on who the audience is and what they want to hear. Like on the right-wing circles, they're like, Hasan wants to fund Ukraine so much. In liberal circles, I literally want Ukraine to be wiped out. And it's just like, no one, I don't think, like, I think people watch both of these videos and go, yeah, it's both actually. He's both at the same time. I fucking hate him, so it's good. Not realizing that like a lot of that hatred just comes from watching videos like this where these people are talking about my opinions and just making it up as they go along.
It appears he's saying whatever he thinks individually will attract the most viewership. That will work for a young person who is very naive and only for so long until they eventually realize, how can you both simultaneously say funding war is bad, funding Ukraine is good? That's contradictory.
It's a difficult...
Oh, dude, this guy. I can't wait. This guy's going to have some good-ass takes, bro. I'm so excited. God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, chat. I'm such a fucking dumbass nerd, but like, oh my God. I mean, I really need to know what this guy is going to say, dude. They're like, hey, guys, this Hasan guy is irrelevant. Also, here's a 5-person panel discussing for 20 minutes why he's actually irrelevant, okay? He's fallen off, which is why we made this YouTube video about how much he's fallen off.
Difficult act to straddle the fence all the time. I mean, the Krasensteins do it to great effect, but you can only go with the wind so many times before you lose.
Okay, this guy has no idea who I am. Like, okay, I just realized he compared me to the fucking Krasensteins, bro. This guy is such a fucking Twitter boomer. Yo. He has no idea. He's just like, I don't know what the fuck this guy is. I'm just going off what you just told me. Also, yeah, I can't wait to see what the wall guy has to say about like the guy wearing the Trump's MAGA wall suit. What is he going to say about what the children want to hear? Bro, you look like you are not allowed to be around children by a court mandate. What the fuck do you mean? He literally looks like he is not allowed to be within a mile of a school, okay? And he's over here being like, this is what the kids want to hear. Let me tell you.
Whoever it is that's following you, because maybe that's what's going on. I mean,
this is
changes
awesome.
his shift. He shits his thing and it drops 40% in the month. That's cratering.
It's worse. And so I want to address this next one sensitively, but also stress I don't have confirmation on these posts. They're going viral. Many different accounts are sharing this post that allege to be from Hasan in his Discord server. Camelcast Official says Hasan Piker is melting down because only 13,000 people watched him on a recent stream. According to this image, which purports to be from his Discord, he said, "I'm so sad. I think the streams are bangers, but people just don't see them. We used to be a community. I hate what my community is becoming. I swear Twitch streaming isn't about the actual content. It's about whether people want to pay attention to you or not and clout. All that ish was a banger and 13K watched like I'm effing gaming at 8 p.m. I'm done. I hate this job. I'm not streaming today. I'm going to..." He then threatened self-harm. So I certainly hope that's not true and he's not actually threatening self-harm. I hope he's okay. But man, there's a couple things to address here. I think that...
Bro, oh no. Oh no, dude, they clip chimped my Discord, dude. Oh, dude, I was pissing. I had the fucking rum bag in here. Bro, he said he threatened self-harm. I really hope he's not actually going to kill himself. Dude, here's what's really funny about this. And I talked about this already, but like I'll probably make a YouTube video about this, so I'll repeat it one more time. This was a conversation that I was having with my community in my Discord about how annoying they are about politics, about how they never want to have fun, and how they get like genuinely upset when I'm not sitting like I am now and talking about politics. Okay? And that part of the conversation, of course, was not mentioned in the Discord clips that were clipped out of context, where I was talking about how like my community has become this normie repellent, right? Where like normies come in and they're like, "Oh yeah, I like this Hasan guy. Like, what's happening here?" And then they yell at every fucking normie where they're like, "You like this Hasan guy? Well, he's not doing politics right now, so fuck you." And they have this approach where they think like anything and everything that is not like immediate political revolution is basically counter-revolutionary, reactionary, bourgeois decadence, right? And your community fucks up the vibe so much. Exactly. Which is something that a lot of people, I think, would agree with. There is this idea that we are like very annoying, no fun having ass losers from the outside world. And for some, you know, for good reason in many respects. And it's like something that I want to change again in my community, right? Because that's not what we're about. That's never what I've been about, right? Like we are pro fun in this community. And that's basically what I was talking about. But then they fucking literally like clipped my responses to other people and made it seem like I was just simply saying, "I'm going to kill myself. My numbers are so bad." That's not what I was talking about at all. It was a broader conversation that I was having about like how annoyed I am with try hard content that isn't like immediately political, because like I'm doing all the stuff and I know it's like good content in general, but a lot of people in the community are not receptive to it unless I'm just like constantly fucking complaining about politics. And that's annoying. And it's ironic because all of these people that if they saw that and didn't realize that I was saying it would probably agree with that assessment. You know what I mean? For example, if a normie joined right now, they would get bored because you're talking about random Twitter drama and the average person not only hasn't heard of, but could not give less of a shit about. Yeah, except here's the thing, okay? You are also the annoying person who I'm talking about because secretly you want me to go back to covering the news, right? Like, that's it. That's what I get it from people they try to get into. They go, "He's not talking about funny stuff." No, well, this is drama. And drama does actually bring in a lot of views, a lot of eyeballs. Drama does bring in a lot of eyeballs, so you're objectively incorrect about this. Yeah, the issue you're describing is probably why the Cold One boys had their preconceived assumptions about you. Exactly. Can you show it on screen? Because it's not clear in the Discord if you search that you were actually responding to anyone. Yeah, because I'm a fucking boomer and I'm not like directly replying. That's the problem. I'm replying to people without like directly replying to them in the Discord because I don't, use Discord like that. With the exception of the I'm going to kill myself, which was a direct reply to someone else. But they even clipped that out of context too. Like I was literally replying to a person. What is this? Nah, bro, letting yourself get clip chimped like this is normie repellent. Dude, you know this? I can't believe you set yourself up for this. You actually made it so normie repellent because they're all going to see these idiots pop off. Nah, bro, letting yourself get clip chimped like this is normie repellent. Okay. I think this is maximum levels of copium because like I'm literally addressing why it is wrong. And I'm literally addressing why it's wrong, right? Okay, I love you, but this sucks because now we have to fight these idiots. No, you're trying to fight me, dude. What are you talking about? I have like a bunch of fucking psychotic stalkers that literally clip everything I'm saying and then turn it into content and lie about like my situation mentally. What do you want me to do? While I'm in the process of like explaining my mental health and why it's not bad, and I was literally fucking living La Vida Loca, basically fucking offline, completely oblivious to this shit that was going on Twitter, and you're over here yelling at me. Objectively, this is bad for my mental health. I think everyone can understand that, right? Like, what do you mean? You can't come in here and be like, well, you got clip chimped. It's your fault. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Come on. And you're doing it not because you actually care about my well-being or whatever, or the well-being of this community, but the reason why you're doing this is because you want that interaction. Let's be real. You want that interaction between myself and you. Okay? That's it. And there are many other people who also want that. And now that they saw that I'm actually describing, now that they saw me replying to it, they're doing it too. You did this to yourself, bro. Chill. We love you. It's like, that's it. Like now everyone is like trying to get that engagement by being like, no, this is your fault, actually. This is your fault. Anyway. The real issue is that you broke rule 2 of the Discord server and threatened to self-harm. Please refrain from doing so in the future. Yeah. Yeah, I did not think that like my Discord venting, especially like talking to chatters about like community cleanup, which is something I engage in on a regular basis and I have in cycles over and over again over the course of the past couple of fucking years.
It's a tough business.
What I do?
Like, I did not realize that would be
unhappy with me right now.
I just think that white
people would like weaponize that in a really stupid way too, in like the dumbest way possible. That's like super easy to fucking immediately destroy that narrative. They're upset because it took a day for you to address. They can't handle you having a good meal and a nice nap. I was observing this from afar and said to myself, I'll wait till I know what Hasan has to say on this. And I think that's why I didn't end up in a spiral like some chatters. So what's really funny about this, like I was trying to explain before, people were like butting in and saying like it's actually my fault for not accounting for like having extremely online psychopathic cyber stalkers who will just like try to power farm as much impression as they possibly can by just lying about my situation. But yeah, I was doing what I always do, which is community cleanup, right? Like I think as a content creator, it is my responsibility to ensure that like I set the vibe straight. If I feel like we are going down a weird path, like I'm gonna fucking address it. I'm gonna try to keep it $150 with everybody and be like, hey guys, you guys are being kind of weird, right? Like you're being kind of weird about like only doing politics. It's like boring, blah blah blah. You know, when you don't want to do anything that is when you don't want to cover, when you only want to cover politics, like it gets really fucking annoying, and like normies don't like that. They want to watch like normal, cool IRL shit, whatever. And that's it. That was what the conversation was about. And I was like replying to some chatters that were saying some dumb shit, being like, I'm going to kill myself as a joke. as always. So, and then I tuned out. I went live after that rant, and then I flew to Melbourne. And then that night, I went out, had a wonderful dinner with Laserbeam and a bunch of the boys, linked up and met Chad and Max Mofo, and we drank until like 2, and I had a lot of sleep debt that basically caught up to me. I'd slept for like 8 hours over the course of like 3 days, basically, before that. So I just fucking passed out. I woke up, I was ready to stream, and then I passed the fuck out again, right? And then I woke up, and it was way too late. I woke up at like 1 p.m. my time, so it was like 8 p.m. or something, or 8 or 9 p.m. in California. So I was like, all right, well, too late. We took an L on that day. We can't stream. But because I was offline, because I was fucking offline, this shit popped off because a bunch of psychos were like, oh, he's going to kill himself finally. And it's so weird because like I unironically, as a consequence of not being online and not having Twitter on my phone, was probably having the best time I've had in a long time. Hasan quit Twitter. He about to quit Discord next. I mean, I don't really use Discord that much, so it doesn't really matter. What is this? I'm new to watching Twitch, and you are the only streamer I watch. I enjoy you as a person and how your brain thinks and your POV on all things in life. I'm glad you are enjoying life both offline and online. Your values makes this place called Earth better. Aw, thank you, chatter. But yeah, it is a pretty, I think overall it's a pretty funny story that is like very consistent. A story is very consistent is that like Twitter is not real, and it never was really real, but it was good for like journalists breaking news and stuff like that. But nowadays it's extra not real. No matter what you fucking see on Twitter, if you see something on Twitter that seems off, it's probably off. It's probably not correct. And that's something you should probably remember. That's my point. There's nothing funnier as an example of this reality than what we experienced, what I experienced, and what this community, I guess, thought was going on over the course of the past 24 hours. People thinking that like, oh, what the fuck? I keep hitting the shit. What is happening? Oh God, I'm fucking this up. Hold on. People thinking that I'm like having a really bad time. People thinking that I'm like breaking down. People thinking that I have like a mental health episode or some shit. When I was literally eating delicious fucking hot pot and slamming fucking brewskis with the boys, having a great time. And also catching up on sleep. A succulent Chinese meal. So yeah. Just something to consider for everybody. I haven't had a VB long neck yet, but I'm very excited to inevitably slam back a VB long neck like a real fucking proper brogan. Were you catching up on sleep with the boys? No, that was by myself.
The important thing politically is the shift away from the leftist grift. But I also want to highlight the social media depression that happens to people when their viewership declines and they have no mental fortitude. So I'll just say this to Hasan, who may end up seeing this. In November of 2020, we were getting over 100,000 concurrent viewers every night.
Wait, me too.
September.
Me too. Same, King. No worries. You know, me too. Like, it doesn't feel great. I won't lie. Of course it doesn't feel great. But, like, I'm doing fine. I had Ale Cooper's Pale Ale. It was really good.
Over 120 million views per month for that period. Into the next year, it went down to maybe 50K. And then there was a period in 2022 where we were averaging around 29 or 30,000 per episode. Not once did I have a mental breakdown or threaten self-harm or go, oh no, what happened? You just do your show. You just do the work. Viewership fluctuates, but if you like what you do and you believe in what you do, this shouldn't be an issue, and you shouldn't threaten self-harm over it, because 13,000 people. He filled a stadium. Well, okay, he filled a decent size. I mean, what's 13,000?
Yeah, college basketball arena.
College basketball
That's
arena.
so kind that they're like being nice about my viewership. 13,000 is a great number for the record. I'm just annoyed that it's 20. The point wasn't even like I'm getting 13,000. The point is 20,000 people want politics, but they leave immediately when I'm doing something that's not like immediately about politics. That's it. And it's like annoying that people, it's annoying that my people are, my community is like now so politically focused and so politically inclined. That's it. That's the only point I was making. You were at 17K with constant disconnects. It wasn't 13K. That's the issue. You're actually irrational over this shit. Yeah, I'm also a bit of a drama queen too. So there's also that too.
Imagine being able to command that every night and being upset because you used to fill a stadium. This is what we see. I mean, tons of people are responding saying, I wish I could get 13K. And he's upset it's that low. This is how social media is destroyed.
It's crazy that like I can't say anything. If people fucking decide, I can't say anything. If people decide that it's bad, I was talking to fucking Chad about this, Cold Ones. He's like, I got so mad at your 9 to 5 take because you were the one who said it. And because you were the one who said it, nobody who would normally agree with it could agree with it because everyone was yelling about it. And I told him, like, yeah, Jinxie said the exact same thing. He understood what I was saying, and he said the exact same thing, literally, and no one yelled at him for it. And he's like, I know. Every fucking fraudulent ass YouTuber and streamer that fucking had a take about that to be like, oh, this is song guy, he's so out of touch, is a fraud for that reason. Because they absolutely knew what the fuck they were doing. They absolutely knew what the fuck I was saying. And then they wanted to come across like they were like, oh, I'm so different than these other guys. They are out of touch. They're out of touch. Instead of being like, yeah, I get what he's saying. It's bad faith that people were like fucking yelling. It's bad faith that people are yelling at this dude. Asmongold was the only dude who demonstrated the bravery to fucking have an honest take on it. Everybody fucking yelled at him. Okay? That's it.
Destroying people's brains. Not just
There is no do in Australia, I don't think. It's illegal because
in driving Hasan to this.
Yellow 5 is, I think, a banned substance here, unfortunately, because Australians are gay and fake. And they don't understand the phenomenal chemicals that are captured in delicious Mountain Dew. It's very frustrating. I do have to say, Australians, you are gay and fake. I will say it. I'm not afraid to say it. For not having the delicious chemical substances that you desperately fucking need. Oh, shit. Maurizio. He just sent me a text message. I got a notey. Sorry, I'm texting my brother too. HasanAbi updates on Twitter cause all this, by the way. Yeah, HasanAbi updates. Don't yell at him. You don't yell at them too much. They should probably exercise a little bit more caution when like posting stuff that I post on Discord. Like thinking about how it will get presented to a broader audience. I don't think they meant harm when they were doing it. They were just being a little silly Billy, okay? But yeah. So the driver was right. It is a nanny state. It is a fucking nanny state, dude. It is a nanny state. Australia is a fucking nanny state. Mates. Or nor. Australia is a nanny state. Why? No chemicals in the water. No fucking yellow 5. No yellow 5. The Mountain Dew is not proper. It's busted. Or no. I'd like to fucking slam back a proper Mountain Dew, and I can't even fucking do it, mate. A proper Mountain Dew 0 with a fucking yellow 5. I want yellow 5, I want yellow 4, and I want yellow 6, mate. Red 40. I want it. I fucking need it.
Depressive state, but also the people who watch him, who are being, Hasan's clearly, let me put it this way. Let me make the distinction between what we do and what he does. When our viewership declines, we just kept doing the show. We kept having conversations. Why? The conversation is what matters. The people on the show is what matters. I didn't have a mental breakdown, cry, and say, why are negative? I was like, well, elections come and go, and, whether or not the subject that you're talking about is the most prominent can come and go, and the algorithm comes and goes. I don't really care about whether it's 50,000 or 20,000.
He's right. That's why I quit streaming, because my numbers declined. I'm famously, 13K Andy, 2, fell off and don't have any subscribers anymore, and 3, of course, stop streaming. Now, this is such a ridiculous fucking conversation to have, because every part of it is wrong. Us in this community right now watching this video disproves pretty much everything he's saying. But will people go, oh my God, Tim Pool was so off base on this? Or will they just carry on with their lives going, yeah, no, I agree with him. Yeah, 4, I am not dead. The rumors of my demise have been greatly exaggerated, but it doesn't matter. I stream every fucking day, dude. I stream every day, 7 days a week. I literally fucking streamed in Los Angeles, flew to Australia, streamed the next day from Australia. It is crazy that people think I'm done streaming or will stop. I'm a fucking psycho. I love streaming. I love my community. I love streaming. I'm addicted to it. I enjoy it greatly. It is so strange that people can just like make this shit up without even like thinking about it. Not realizing that like my existence will disprove it almost instantaneously. This happens every couple of months. Drama purpose stirs shit up. Then you have to address it. And then people chirp at you for addressing it. I know. But like the address itself doesn't actually matter usually, because I think most people, I think the addressing it doesn't necessarily matter all that much, because I don't think people care about the truth. I think people just care about the vibes. And the vibes are that they kind of want this demise to occur. Charging. What the fuck? It's not charging. I have to figure out how to charge this, mate. I hate that this neckbeard is talking down to you and trying to little bro you. Yeah, I mean, it's all good. I think it's funny.
I like hanging out every night with different people. I like talking about the news. I like arguing. It is what it is. Hasan desperately wants that viewership number to go up. He's saying whatever he thinks he needs to say to get viewers. Young people are gargling.
Yeah, that's what it is. So by his own logic, doesn't that mean I should be a right-winger? Doesn't that basically demonstrate his situation? Because like he just said, the young people are right-wing now. Like I don't get it. He literally said young people are right-wing, and that's why he's losing his audience, and he only cares about what the audience has to say, when in fact, like, the real reason why this community went from 30K stable live concurrent viewers to 20K is a multitude of different factors, but one of the major roles was October 7, was a lot of people who do love Israel. And, honestly, I think that there was a liberal Zionist position that I could have taken very easily, that I didn't. And because I didn't pander to, like, people's expectations and said what I truly believe, right? Ironic because like this is pure projection from Tim Pool. I got a little bit of a punishment out of that. But I've said it time and time again. Like, I don't care. I don't give a fuck that people don't like what I have to say. I'm not going to stop saying it. Even if I lose some viewership, it doesn't matter, because this is not why I do the things that I do. I do the things that I do because I want there to be a space for people who understand the world through this lens. But it's so funny that they like weirdly assume this position that I'm grifting, but then I'm also simultaneously grifting wrong. You know what I mean? I think you'd have the same complaint if you were streaming the 50K viewers and 25K left when you switch to gaming. Yeah, I have had that complaint. It's not about the absolute number of people who leave remain. It's about the percentage of the community who become politics-only nerds. Yeah, no, that is exactly what it is. And I've talked about this a lot.
Refuse.
Like,
Not
do we, in his mind, we're living in like this socialist utopia. And that's why, that's why I'm pandering to like people who are desperately looking for socialism. No, my job is to take this unpopular concept that has been historically unpopular in America due to centuries of Red Scare propaganda, and make it more palatable. That's why a lot of fucking leftists hate me too, because they think I'm like stupid and don't care about the real theory and the boring shit, because they don't realize they have no capacity to understand what the normal people want. Normal people don't want to fucking hear dense theory. Okay? They want it to be palatable. They want it to be fun. And, you know, this kind of drama coverage is also kind of fun for a lot of people who only care about drama, which is why I'm covering it, but because I'm also enjoying watching Tim Pool be just so wrong about everything. But do you feel bad about promoting the clot shot now? No. My man. Dude, I love anti-vaxxers. I swear to God. You guys are awesome, dude. Yeah, the clot shot. I don't feel bad about it. I love it. It made me gay and autistic. More gay and more autistic.
information. I'm happy to see, though, with this decline, they're waking up to it. I just hope Hasan can make it through.
I want to point out that Hasan's luck took a turn for the worse as soon as he decided to call me names. So I'm going to take
Who is this person?
Yeah, I'm going to take credit.
I do not know who this man is. What is he saying? I've called him name. Who is this guy? What is my boy saying, dog? What the fuck? Who is this person? What is happening? What, like, I feel like this is like discount. This is like discount right-wing Andrew Huberman. Like, what the fuck's happening here? He's just a divorced dad, it seems. He called me names. What did I say? Dude, there are so many fucking beefs I have with people that I do not know they exist. It's awesome. I am the king of one-sided beefs. I swear to God. At least I know who Tim Pool is. You know, we beef. We beef openly. You know what I mean? You called him divorced. He is the chatter who defended Dan Schneider. No, I didn't block that guy.
Credit for that. I'm going to take credit for that.
Why did he call you names? What happened?
He said that I was a very failed musician. That's where.
Oh, that's where that came
that's
from.
Where that came from.
Oh,
yeah. He
man.
said that he's like Tim Pool's. He said one of Tim Pool's commanders is what he called me. And so,
wait, who did I? Who is this guy? Do you guys have the tweet? Like, I assume I said it on Twitter, I guess. You called him this. You found the clip? I feel like this is like discount. This is like discount right-wing Andrew Huberman. Like, whoa. He's a vocalist to a metal band. I used to be a big fan of them. Wait, really? Lamau, but like that's not even mean and they find it funny. It was like a joke and they found it funny and they're so annoyed. Bro, this is the lead singer of All That Remains. What's All That Remains? Philip Labonte? Labunt. He's a fucking loser. Dude, I have no idea what All That Remains is. Do you guys think I listen to fucking music, dog? I don't. Not really a joiner. All That Remains. Timcast, failed musician guy. Wait, what? This guy, Wait, I called him a failed musician and he put it in his Twitter bio? What is happening? Yo, bro. That's so awesome. Dude, bro. Live your life, man. Live your life. What do you... I forgot about your existence after I was done tweeting. Oh, this is it. This is what he's like mad about.
No, I don't think Tim pulled it.
Absolutely.
But one of his commanders, the guy who's like always the really weird like failed musician guy.
Oh my god, dude. Yo, this is so sad, bro. Bro, that's like, even in the clip, it basically is showing everyone that I have no fucking clue who this dude is. This guy tried saying you make bad music, but it was just the AI music you made for a contest. Oh my God. It's worth losing the check for a few days to let people know that I am now Commander Phil LeBont. Bro. Dude, I'm gonna be honest, dude. Sometimes I get a little scared. This is one of those moments where I'm a little scared about like how seriously people take a lot of the offhanded remarks I make. Because like, it seems as though my random comment about a person who I don't think about at all, who I don't know anything about, altered this divorced dad's life trajectory dramatically. Like he redefined, March is right, he refined his identity. He went back to the drawing board and was like, I'm the guy that this fucking dumb himbo on a Leftovers podcast, on an episode of the Leftovers podcast called A Failed Musician. Those 10 seconds were 10 seconds that has now changed this dude's vibes. Like, what the fuck? "48-year-old man." You called me a failed musician guy. It was the worst day of my life, but for me, it was Tuesday. Dude. You also clowned on him when the Media Matters girl ratioed him on Twitter for being a weirdo on Tinder. Yeah, that's what I know him as. He's the guy who's like horny on Tinder. You need to understand that you wield billionaire level power when it comes to divorced dads. Dude, like Sneeko, Aiden Ross to a certain degree, Andrew Tate, Phil LeBonte, like so many men have been broken by just like something that I just threw out there in the orbit without ever thinking about it. Like I just never looked back. I just said something randomly and just moved on. Oh, Mr. Bonarelli. It is genuinely shocking. Yeah, I remember this. I remember this one. This is like, that's my girl Kat. Media Matters' very own. She's the GOAT. Getting super liked by a horn dog over here. Oh yeah, I'm not trying to be a Media Matters hit piece. I did send her a message like, yo, Tinder is fucking with me. I haven't gotten to the keys. I haven't even gotten the keys to the apartment yet, and Tinder is playing games. I Hit her with a super like. You guys sent me a fucking tweet from yet another person who's like blocked me. Bad take, HasanAbi. You are banning my every sock account, and now my life is making new accounts. I can think of one billionaire divorced dad you might have busted. Oh, we know that one too. We know that one too. Elon motherfucking Musk, baby. What is this? I don't know if I want to click on this. I take it all back. Keep popping off is good content. Yeah, there you go, chatter. Chatters do not know what is best for themselves, I promise. I have a good eye for these kinds of things. I knew as soon as I saw 5 40-plus-year-old men sitting together in a panel at the Tim Pool compound, okay, talking about how I have fallen off, I knew that was content. I knew. I could smell that from a mile away. Okay? I knew that this was going to lead us down a very funny rabbit hole, including finding out about Phil Labonte and his revenge campaign. Oh my God, this quote tweet makes so much more sense now. He was mad about the AI song and everyone was calling you a failed musician, Lamafayao.
Period.
Thank you.
What?
Thank you for your consideration.
Play
Play the EP.
All right, here we go.
Wait, this guy thinks I seriously was making music? Bro, he's retweeting Haas Twitter fan accounts. He's retweeting Vorlo. He's retweeting a man who became a meme in our community for wanting to live under my house. Like, no disrespect, Vorlo, but that's kind of crazy that this guy, like, what the fuck? Like, he fucking thought that I was like genuinely trying to be a musician. You just gave him enough attention to obsess over a lifetime. I don't think he stopped obsessing over a lifetime, Themasius. I think he was already doing that, and I'm now finding out that he was doing this for the past year, dude. What the fuck? Also, can we just admit that, you know, obviously City of Sultan is a banger, like, and is better than anything that he's ever made. Phil Labonte hasn't come after Megaphonics music. Istanbul, City of Sunset, or City of Sultan. I fucked it up.
Thank you for your.
That's awesome. Bro sees you hitting the goofy gritty with your dog and gets filled with rage and cringe. This man is 48. Wow. Wow. Mixing right now. The first mix of this first single tomorrow. I mean, it's kind of catchy. Oh, let's go. Blue check marks. Always finding. This is why I take TRT every 3 days. And he called you a failed musician. If I were in a dirty warehouse at 4 a.m. on 5 hits of Molly, then I'd love it. Wait, it backfired on him. Wait. Half of his community liked it. Bro. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, this is so good. God, blue check marks are so fucking stupid. I swear to God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Okay, okay. 33 bookmarks. They wanted to listen to it again. Yeah. Okay, let's get back to this fucking video.
For a while, my name was Commander Philibonti.
So how come you don't have a hat like with the scrambled eggs on the lid and stuff?
Pardon me?
Like you got to get the hat like with the Navy insignia on the lid and stuff like that. You gotta lean into that.
He called me Commander, so I was Commander Philibonti for a while, and his tweet comment where he was saying that I was a failed musician is I put that as my pinned tweet for a while. Now it's someone else that I'm not gonna.
It's kind of cute. He's being kind of cute. I'm not gonna lie. Like he seems like sincerely hurt. I am I weird for thinking that he's like being kind of cute right now? Is that weird? It's like kind of sad to see like a 48-year-old guy being like, "Oh, but he noticed me and called me a failed musician." Like he kind of I feel like he's a fan. It is a little adorable, dude. He's adorable. Yo. He's like, he called me Commander. He called me Commander and I liked it and I made it my Twitter name for like a month. And then the good times we had were he said I was a failed musician on the podcast and I really liked that. That was cute. We kind of have a thing going. I'm in his bio. I have planted my dick in this dude's brain, dude. What the fuck? I live inside of him. I live inside of his walls. I live inside of his back walls. Oh my God. Oh.
Stir that pot right now.
Very failed musician.
My man said pussy in bio. How about Hasi in bio?
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, look, you know, he's like really lopped onto like pro-terrorist stuff. Like he's literally pro-terrorist. Like he
called babies colonizers.
Yes. Yeah, there were stickers.
7 minutes and 36 seconds. There has yet to be one actually real take, except for the love-hate relationship that I apparently have with Phil Labonte that I didn't fucking know who I didn't know existed. That's so funny. Yeah, dude, I said baby colonizers deserve to get the smoke. You know what I mean?
That were being put up in
yeah, he's saying he's a bad boy.
In Times Square that were probably mocking the Palestinians and mocking.
Okay, at least he's not stupid enough to recognize that. He literally is like saying that that's those stickers were like a fucking bullshit psyop.
Hasan, but they were saying that, you know, babies are the settlers too and stuff, and it's like that's really gross stuff. And like I said, it was probably mocking them, but Hasan said it, and Hasan, being the absolute imbecile that he is, because he is.
I like that they're just like, yeah, he said it. We're not wrong. We're not stupid for thinking this. He's the one who's an imbecile for saying this thing that he didn't actually say. Okay.
As dumb as a shoe. But he literally was like, you know, Ethan, babies are settlers too. And he wasn't being ironic about it. It was.
Yeah. My point literally was, it is fucked up to kill them. It is fucked up to kill settlers. I don't even think that we can successfully relocate 750,000 settlers. That's why I think, that's why I believe in a one-state solution. Your anti-baby song. It's kind of crazy that they just like say the same stuff over and over again. But my point is, it doesn't matter. What the truth doesn't matter. What the truth is doesn't matter. What I've said doesn't matter, because like people would rather believe what I haven't said. Kalu Rittenhouse and Phil Laboner from All That Rogaines. What a duo.
Absolute idiocy falling out of his face. So, and I really think that people are just like, oh, this guy's an idiot. He's pro-communist.
Have you considered that he maybe probably only saw a clip out of context? No, I do consider that. But like, I think when you see a clip out of context, like it is kind of on you to do a little bit like do a little bit of a deeper dive into it, right? Obviously, after like the 10,000th clip out of context, I'm sure you think like I have all the wrong opinions on everything. But that's why I always say, like, when people inevitably do come in here from those clips to be like, oh, I'm going to go in there and like make fun of him for wanting to kill himself or whatever, what I perceive is like what's going on right now. Then they come in here and they're like, oh, fuck, that was not correct at all. The point at that moment, what you should do, because I don't fault you for being duped, right? Because everyone does it. It's like a massive industry at this point. I don't fault you for being duped. But like at that point, it's on you to be like, okay, maybe these people that are feeding me this information are not honest brokers, right? So if you're coming in here, for example, being like, oh, Hasan, he's like really sad. He's fallen off. He lost so much of his audience or whatever. And then you see that I haven't. And then you see that I'm not like, mentally struggling or whatever. It is on you to then go, maybe these guys that have been telling me this shit are actually just wrong. You know what I mean? Because they are. People just want to take a position. They won't put in the effort. Yeah.
And he's pro-terrorist, all just because America bad. That's the only reason. It's because America bad. And he's a moron. He's the guy that said, the U.S.
I love that. I love that these guys are basically saying the exact same thing that like liberals have been saying about my criticisms, because it is an inherently reactionary position. So I'm very happy that it's like a bunch of fucking dumb right-wingers saying this right now. Because when people who present themselves as progressive, like Joe Biden supporters, say this kind of thing, it doesn't register for a lot of like people on the edges, on the outside, watching this and going, yeah, whoa, this guy is progressive too, I think. And he is saying that Hasan doesn't have like real criticism of America. He's just saying America bad. So it's good because this position is reactionary inherently. Back in my day, and I've been doing this for 10 years now, back in my day, I used to hear this all the time from the Steven Crowders of the world. You hate America. You have no arguments. Your only argument is that you hate America. It was a way to just stop discourse entirely. And intellectually curious people would move a little bit further than that. And they would move away from the right, move away from this reactionary perspective. Nowadays, a lot of people who present themselves as Democrats, progressives, liberals in general, also do that exact same kind of argumentation, which is inherently a right-wing framing of the conversation. Dude, you hate America. You don't have a good argument. Your entire argument is just hating America. No, I don't. I love America. I love the promise of America. I love what America could be. If I hated America, I wouldn't live in America, right? I would live somewhere else. I have the money to go and live somewhere else. I choose to live in America. And basically that's it. And I really do hope that although our discourse has been more and more poisoned over the course of the past couple of years, I do wish that a lot of those guys will inevitably snap out of it and go, yeah, maybe I'm just like angrily reacting to this dude because I've been primed into hating him. And I've been primed into hating this level of argumentation by other people that I trusted when they led me astray, when they basically sedated me, with intellectual incuriosity.
Deserved 9/11.
Yeah.
Now, whatever you feel about the U.S. foreign policy prior to 2001, it was definitely different to the U.S. foreign policy post 2001.
Wrong, but that's because you're not smart. And no, American foreign policy pre 9/11 is literally directly the reason why 9/11 happened. And post 9/11, we use that momentum to do more of the same kind of foreign policy. That's it. But if you knew anything about what I had talked about with respect to 9/11, you would understand the concept of blowback. You would understand that like our actions are the reason why 9/11 happened. It's so weird that these guys want to be like edgy and different. Like they're not like the regular Fox News conservatives, right? Like, so they desperately want to come across like anti-government and they assume the position of like Donald Rumsfeld. You know what I mean? It's just like, that's it. You're not any different. You're not unique. You don't have a moral framework that's like genuinely different than like the average Fox News watcher. Your format is different in the sense that like you're online, but you're doing the exact same thing. You're basically saying the exact same shit that fucking Ann Coulter says, that Laura Ingraham says, that all these people say in general. That's all this is. I mean, not even Ann Coulter. Ann Coulter's a little bit more, I would say, charismatic, even though she's a piece of shit.
And it certainly wasn't a situation where the 3,000 people that were in the towers that day deserved to die because of the United States foreign policy. So he's a kind of a just like bad person generally, basically for against anyone that he politically doesn't agree with, and that justifies it, which is typical leftist in my opinion. So that's my bit on the song.
Happy to enjoy the results of the capital that he accumulates while railing against it. The entire system, though,
of course.
I'm sure.
And I think that's part of the reason too, is like people like his viewers really, you know, I would imagine some of them really believe the socialist kind of thing, and
Not anymore.
it's clear that he's
Not
a
anymore.
grift.
They don't believe me. That's why they're no longer supporting me. I'm also simultaneously grifting though, because socialism is very popular, but it's also simultaneously unpopular. But I'm still grifting in that direction, even though it's unpopular, because I'm grifting wrong. Or maybe for the past 10 years, a lot of my like foundational principles have not changed, and I've moved in the same direction. And you could literally see that if you were to look back at like commentary from, you know, 2014, 2015, 2016. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so dumb. Yeah.
It's clear he's got, you know, a boatload of money and he's not giving a bunch of it away. Like he raises money, but he's not giving his money away.
I think
Also wrong. I do give my money away as well, but at least he knows that I raise a boatload of money. Hey, listen, that's one correct take. This community raises a shit ton of money. Especially at the top of the hour, they raise a shit ton of money for me by subscribing for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime by connecting their Amazon Prime's accounts to their Twitch accounts. Azan is unironically bad argument. Yeah, that's like, I mean, this is like a lot of where this anger comes from. There's a lot of this resentment comes from. Is just like, I don't like him because I don't like him. He means you don't give your money away and then cry about it on the internet for PR. Yeah, maybe they're just like, maybe they're really fucking out of touch and they think like 50 grand to a charity here and there is like not a lot of money. Like they might be. I don't know how much money they make. Maybe they're like super caked up and think that like $50,000 is like, not that much, you know? Broke boy, that kind of thing. They want you to be poor. You cannot be a rich socialist, period. Exactly. Yeah, and there's not really... What the fuck? The fuck was that chatter? That was crazy. Her şey gambling dramasıyla başladı. Sana karşı nefret tweetleri, botlar like atıyor olmasınlar. Bazı tweetler 30k oluyor. Altında yorumlar 10 falan oluyor. Yeah. Evet doğru. Bu dediğin doğru kardeş. Yeah, no, a lot of the Twitter farming actually works because like normies see it, but a lot of that is botted for sure, and it's all like the kick orbit. Tim Pool claims his company makes 8 figures a year. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of figures, man.
we make a lot of money at timcast.com. I've never talked about our members.
But hey, guess what, dude? He's honest. Highly recommend visiting the 888 Monument and Trades Hall in Melbourne. DOD in early talks to fund a peacekeeping force in Gaza. Oh, shit. Do you think my grandmother will be sad if I don't get fluent in Turkish before she passes? I hope not. Reddit mods are in a Reddit thread right now discussing removing any discourse or posts that are directed towards you and D. They want to do a separation where it's either content from you or D or nothing at all. I would like to be removed from live stream fails. If they're discussing that, then I'm perfectly happy with it. Because, like, honestly, it is very one-sided. Like, I talk about Mr. Boner Chelly very little. And when I do, it doesn't, like, make it to fucking live stream fails. But, like, look at this, dude. I mean, this is Destiny explains why he thinks Hasan is falling off. Destiny says he hates Hasan and thinks he's an evil person. Like, why is that relevant? You know what I mean? Like, why is that relevant? This is the first time I've been on LSF. Funny how the post where Hasan goes, yeah, none of that was true. Never get the same attention as Destiny says he hates Hasan, and Destiny reads Hasan saying he wants to kill himself. Hate gets the views. Destiny fans like to pretend that they don't obsessively downvote clips depicting Destiny in a bad light and make it out like it's a meme. But it's so observably true how obsessive and sycophantic they are in every LSF post about him. Yeah, but like, it just sucks because there are good clips, not just from my fucking stream. I'm sure there are better clips from my stream than the ones that make it on here. But like, there are good clips from other people, like smaller content creators, larger content creators, funny shit. And all of that is, there's no momentum for it. Because this subreddit basically has been overtaken by Destiny's community. Let's be real. Right? And they also simultaneously act like that is not the case. Right? And it's pretty crazy that, like, not only do they fucking brigade, but they simultaneously brigade about people saying that you're brigading. And I think, like, for normal people from the outside, maybe it has the capacity to make people think like, wow, this Hasan guy is sure despised. But I think for many people, if they spend enough time on the subreddit, they realize, like, this shit sucks, dude. It's just, you know, they're literally constantly fucking flaming this shit. How did Destiny take his message out of context? Was Hasan not upset about his viewership? See, and then they like try to debate the merits of it. Like they're like, oh no, he was actually upset. He did want to kill himself. And it's like, how do you have a conversation with this person? He is trying to literally fucking debate you on something that is objectively untrue. Like, it's basically like trying to debate someone and be like, oh, dude, this Hasan guy, he hates the taste of apples. And then I'm literally eating an apple in the clip being like, I love the taste of apples. Everyone is wrong about this, actually. And the guy in the chat is like, no, actually, he's faking his love for apples. We know he hates apples. It's like, what do you mean? I'm the guy you're talking about. What do you mean you know better than me about what I am doing? I think he's talking about the I'm going to kill myself comment. Made it seem like he just said that out of the blue when it really, he was replying to someone else. I just assumed he was half joking with that comment. It was very clear to me that it wasn't serious at all. But the amount of people who were like, haha, imagine being suicidal over easy job was too obnoxious. Yeah. Hasan wasn't saying he was going to kill himself seriously or even over viewership. It was a joke in response to another person riffing about what he was talking about. People requesting to do fun streams even though he just did them yesterday and he didn't watch it. Six-hour post in the past 24 hours with these two names on it. Unhinged, obsessive, and exhausting. I'm telling you guys, okay? I'm telling you guys, I don't want to be on the subreddit. I don't want to be mentioned on this subreddit. This subreddit is basically fucking used as a way to just shit on me. I don't like that. And it's done under the guise of like bringing accountability. But what is accountability? Where is the accountability when it's like Destiny obsessively going over like Discord messages that are out of context and fucking crying about it and being like, or laughing about it and being like, haha, he wants to kill himself because his viewership is like plummeting or whatever. When if Destiny got half of my fucking viewership, his audience would literally go crazy over how successful he is. None of this makes sense to me from the outside looking at it when I'm like not live and you know, when I try to understand, when I try to make sense of what the fuck they're talking about, I'm like, what is happening? What the fuck? Objectively, it makes no sense. Like none of it makes sense. I feel like it's just like gaslighting by a bunch of dudes who spend all of their every waking moment fucking online, you know? People who post in that subreddit are 34 times more likely to also be posted as an RD. It is unironically always being brigaded by his fans. That's what I'm saying. Like, it has the highest overlap with his community because his community is like very active online, very active on Reddit specifically. It is funny though, because like they farmed it too hard though. Look, when you're farming the land, you have to take care of the soil to ensure that it can like to make sure that the soil basically gets the fucking good minerals again. You can't keep farming it over and over again and expect the same results. So what ironically happened is they farmed it so hard that it doesn't hit as hard anymore. You're basically hitting a smaller and smaller audience every single time you do this. And you have to rotate the crop out. And it's so strange. Just so you know, they're considering this only because these communities actively reducing traffic more than they're contributing to it. It literally got that bad. Yeah. What ended up happening is they captured it and they used it and they farmed it so much that like the subreddit literally, unless it's talking about me in some regard, doesn't break fucking 10K viewers. And now, even when the subreddit has like good drama content about me, it still doesn't break 10K viewers. They got too horny. They killed the fucking vibes. Ain't nobody wants to hear, even if you think I'm the most evil person on the planet, I'm sure you don't want to constantly fucking hear about like every little thing that has happened in my life. After a certain point, everyone's like, man, this is obsessive as fuck. Chill out. Yeah. It's crazy. And they're like still debating it. They're like, no, man, it's actually real. He's like really sad. He's really sad. We got him. It's very odd. And it's also very unhealthy in general. Okay. I don't think they're real. People like the bot thing got worse under Elon. Yeah. But that's different. That subreddit knows that if they ban you, they see a drop in traffic to that place. They're so desperate to see big numbers. Ironic because if they banned me and they like focused on revitalizing the subreddit by like posting other shit, they would probably pop off. Eventually, it would take time, but I'm sure like as someone who doesn't like nor dislike Hasan, is everything around him always taken out of context? Every single time there's a clip that makes him look bad, he says it's out of context, but these are just messages. There's no context about it. Every time those messages have showed up, followed by his complaint about low viewership, that's because a normal person doesn't contain their takes exclusively the 30-second sound bites. So you think he was actually saying he wanted to commit suicide? I don't think anyone on LSF took the kill myself seriously. Everyone says that. It was him more making that he gets low viewership on banger content that everyone's laughing at. What? Everyone was laughing at. There is context. He was replying to a viewer about the heart rate monitor. The problem is, even if it was out of context, he constantly claims every criticism of his out of context. So I don't think it'd be unreasonable for people to see that he assume that he might be serious. Boy who cried wolf. Bro, you know what this feels like? I'm done reading this shit because it's so stupid. But it feels like when the media will go and do polls, right? You know how the media will go and do polls and be like, 50% of the population doesn't know if Israel has withstood more casualties or Palestinians have withstood more casualties. And it's like, when I see articles like that, I'm like, bro, that's a flex. You're basically flexing your power that you have so perfectly fucking made people like warp their sensibility of like, what is the reality, that like, you're basically just doing celebration laps at this point. Like, look how we fucking manufacture the consent type shit. The guy literally is going, not going, why is it that this dude is always getting fucking clipped out of context, and going, actually, although I do seem like that he is clipped out of context here, well, I see him complaining about that all the time, so it must not be true. And it's basically a guy going, I've been duped 10 times over, and instead of going, the guy that's been duping me is in the wrong, I'm going to now say, that Hasan is in the wrong. How can you recognize that you've been duped and then you still get mad at me? I know you don't want to be on there, but do you think if D was banned, it would fix it? I don't care. I don't like. I am happy never being mentioned on there at all. Okay, I'm happy being never being mentioned on there at all. It's not a benefit to me at all. It's actually really fucking bad. Ahmad in that thread is suggesting banning clips from the two of you that mentioned the other. That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. Let's do that. Let's take that shit off. If LSF did a fraction of PR and promised no Hasan content, streamers would start looking at it. Streamers could start looking at it again. Yeah, exactly. They would brigade another sub like YouTube drama or something. I know. There's like not really anything you can do. Their community is like very, very invested in brigading. Anyway. Also, I did forget to run the top of the hour ad break after I said I was going to run it. Let's keep going.
I think that if he just, I think the issue with him is, as I was mentioning, like the 2020 election cycle was insane for us. We did not have the membership thing we do today with timcast.com, and revenue was way crazier with 100.
For the record, if Destiny is not allowed to talk about me, it'll be XQC talking to Destiny or talking about me while repeating what Destiny has said. That's the other part of it. Because, like, they're just... I hope that people are at least, like, a little of sound mind and they probably recognize that it's, like, obsessive, right? I hope. Because I think it's turning into, like... here, I'll give you another political analogy. I think it's basically turning into, like, the Matt Walsh anti-trans stuff, where because people are, you know, they're predisposed to normal takes usually, after, like, the 11th take... I think people just start hating the repetition of it and basically go, okay, dude, you're being a little obsessive. I don't like it. Why are you being so sweaty about this guy? It's such a miserable experience. I had a brief stint in that community like 5 years ago. The whole existence is farming their lolcows, realizing they've become the lolcows is so pathetic. Yeah. Like, I think that, I hope that normal people see that and they go, ugh, that's obsessive, because it really is. You must not allow yourself to normalize like this as anything but cyber stalking, because it is. It's like obsessive. It's weird. I know that like they try to justify it internally by being like, he's a big political commentator and we're actually doing political commentary. It's not. You're not doing political commentary when you get a clip out of context about like me saying that there are downsides to fucking streaming. You're not doing that at all. You're just shit stirring and creating drama. You're not doing political commentary when you say I'm a genuinely evil person. You know what I mean? That's it. Like, you're not invested in politics at all. You're just saying that it's politics so you can moralize the obsessive cyber stalking behavior that you're engaging in.
20 million views, you can only imagine. And then as things started to go down, it's just whether I have 100 million or 20 million, I was like, I don't know. You know, we hang out every night. We talk about what we care about. I think the issue for Hasan is his whole thing was community, as he describes it. What that really means is people just shut up to hang out. He didn't really offer a thought-provoking discussion between various individuals. It's different. I don't want to claim that we're the same kind of thing. We're not. But that means that when his community grows up, and you know what I think it might be? 16-year-olds became 17-year-olds. 17-year-olds became 18-year-olds. 18-year-olds got jobs and are no longer sitting around all day watching Twitch.
Yep.
He's not wrong about this. This part is actually correct. Okay, this part is actually correct. My community did get older. And when they did get older and they became like mid-20s, whatever, they did get jobs, right? And the thing is, or their jobs were work from home and they're no longer work from home. And what ended up happening is like they still support. You guys are still in here, but you periodically cycle in and out. And that's it. That is a correct assessment. I know he's trying to tie this to like some broader political subject to be like, 18-year-olds are now old, so they're actually smart and Republican or whatever. That's not the case. It's just that like a lot of people have jobs. A lot of people no longer work from home and they don't have time to fucking watch every aspect of the stream. So they come in, they show support, they subscribe, they watch the YouTube videos, they watch the fan channels, and that's it. I think that, and that's perfectly normal. That's why there was a drop off for everybody, right? That alongside with this political cycle being kind of boring in comparison because it's a rerun, and people also are dissuaded, or they just don't think that like their actions matter. You know, they don't see any tangible results, and that probably discourages them from being interested in politics. It's like just making them upset. You know, that's it. That is a real assessment. I agree. That part is actually not wrong. Tim is right on that front. Not in the ways that I think he's saying, but he is not wrong on that front.
And there's one other thing that I think is worth pointing out. If you look at the left-leaning Twitch political streamers, the people that are the biggest names, you've got Hasan, who's a literal, you know, he supports Hamas. You've got Vosh, who seems to have untowards photos in his porn box, and then you've got Destiny, who's kind of having a rough time lately as well.
He's been getting beat up on the debate circuit too.
Yeah, you know, I mean,
just man. He's out there. He's just like, bring it to me.
And
yeah.
he's just getting pummeled.
I think that I think there's something about like his personality where he just doesn't feel embarrassment. And he's just like, I'm going in there. I like, it's like someone that can just constantly get punched in the face and take it. I think that Destiny just is beyond embarrassment. And that's what his thing is. But you look at the leftist streamers and none of them do anything other than stream. So like Hasan, if he loses his Twitch stream revenue, that's it. If he stops streaming in 6 months, his revenue's down to almost nothing. You know,
And,
I mean,
and as a communist, he has no idea how to use capital.
it's true. This is true. And the same thing with Vosh, like, and the same thing, honestly, with Destiny. It's like these guys don't do anything else. You look at like Jeremy from the Quarter.
Wait, what the fuck? That's crazy. I felt that burnout from 2016, 2018. Wait. I missed some stuff. Are they comparing me to fucking Vosh and Destiny? Jesus Christ.
In his
I hate that. I hate being compared to those fucking guys, dude. Don't put me in the same fucking goddamn camp, dude. Are you kidding me? Get the fuck out of here.
Claim that we're the same kind of thing. We're not. But that means that when girls become no longer
goes in his porn box, and then you've got Destiny, who's kind of having a rough time lately as well.
He's been getting beat up on the debate circuit too.
Yeah, you know, I mean,
just man. He's out there. He's just like, bring it to me.
And
Yeah.
he's just getting pummeled.
I think there's something about.
I'm confused. Why are they making fun of Destiny getting his fucking ass handed to him? Don't they literally agree with him? Go back further. Shut the fuck up, Chad. I was here when he was saying those things. Like, what? That's actually kind of confusing because they said you're a Hamas supporter. Yeah, I know. Well, Hamas is the lesser evil. I'm a lesser evil supporter. I don't really care. At this point, I don't really give a shit when they're like, "Oh, he's a Hamas supporter." It's like, no, I'm anti-genocide. Okay, that's it. But it's confusing to me that these guys like don't like Destiny getting ass blasted by dudes who know what the fuck they're talking about Palestine, because I think they agree with him on that front. So why are they
out like his personality where he just doesn't feel embarrassment, and he's just like, I'm going in there. I like it's like someone that can just constantly get punched in the face and take it. I think that Destiny just is beyond embarrassment, and that's what his thing is. But you look at the leftist streamers and none of them do anything other than stream. So like Hasan, if he loses his Twitch stream revenue, that's it. If he stops streaming in 6 months, his revenue's down to almost nothing.
He's not wrong about this. Yes, that is by design. That is deliberate. Do these guys think that like I can't just hire someone to manage my money? Like, do they actually fucking think? Like, yeah, that's how jobs work. You're basically describing jobs. You're shitting on me for not pursuing passive income because I don't, one, need to do that beyond like a developing like a nest egg, like a 401k, right? But it is so strange that they're like shitting on me for not making my money work. You think I can't fucking buy like a gas station? You think I can't buy real estate and then give it to a management company? Are you that stupid? It is the easiest thing on the planet. Every fucking dumb fuck with a little bit of cash does it. What the fuck are you talking about? Why do these guys think it's like a superpower to make money when you have money? It's not. It is the easiest thing on the fucking planet. Okay? The reason why I don't do that is because, one, I don't have to. I'm very fortunate not to be able to, not to have to do that. And two, I don't want to do that. I don't understand why they're basically claiming that, like, once you have a shit ton of money, like, I can't believe that you're so stupid that you're not, like, dumping it into the stock market. And it's ironic because, like, if I did do that, right? If I did actually invest and I don't know, like, buy a bunch of fucking real estate or whatever, I would unironically be going against my fucking values. So I don't really get it. Like, how can you be like, well, this fucking dumbass communist doesn't fucking have a diverse portfolio? Because they are capitalists, they can't wrap their minds about not wanting to accumulate more capital. Like, it's not even necessarily that I don't want to accumulate more capital, right? Like, I want to be comfortable. I like nice things, right? I want to be able to buy those things. I have that now, right? I have all of that. I could make a shit ton more money with the money that I have currently, but I don't feel the need to do so because I'm already incredibly comfortable. And it's weird because, like, they constantly shit on the aspect that I make money by, like, selling merchandise, for example. And they go, dude, he's a communist, but he's selling merchandise and he's making money, while simultaneously shitting on me for not making even more money by just doing passive income. Yeah, they're shitting on me for being anti-capitalist, but then shitting on me for engaging in capitalist activities. And it all stems from the same weird energy of, like, he's a grifter, but he's not grifting properly. And I don't get it. For the life of me, I will never understand this. You know what I mean? It's like, not every, like, they're like, his viewership is going down. It's not, right? It's like stayed stable once that fucking drop off occurred post October 7. They're like, he wants to make more money, but he's a grifter, and that's why he's, like, grifted to the left. But now he's, like, grifting wrong. It's not that complicated. They actually paid $5K for a what? Hasan, what? Latest drama. Someone paid a deorbiter $5,000 to make a Hasan hit piece. What? I don't believe that. That's so stupid. Imagine speaking with your full chest on someone when it's so obvious they have consumed approximately zero of your content or looking into what your views are. These people are all so unserious. Well, because a lot of the criticism towards me comes from people who have a very limited understanding of the world of politics, these guys included, and you guys in this community included as well. That's why a lot of people just, like, care about drama more than they care about the actual political actions and the impact that it has. Because politics is boring, and politics is oftentimes very unchanging. So that shit sucks. So what do? You focus on something that actually moves the needle. What moves the needle? Drama between political commentators, streamers. So that's what it is. That's what a lot of this is. It's trying to view the world from the lens of, like, what political streamers are saying and doing. So all of this criticism isn't just about me. It's about what they ascribe, the values that they ascribe to socialism and taking down the concept of socialism. But because they can't just, like, investigate what, you know, dialectical materialism is, what Marxism believes, you know what I mean? Instead of, like, investigating that and making, like, a coherent analysis on, like, why that's wrong, they just go, Hasan is rich but a socialist, lol. What a fucking idiot. What a hypocrite. And his fans are stupid. It's a much easier way to try and tackle a political subject for baby brain dipshits. This is the major difference that I also regularly try not to do, I guess. Like, when I am looking at a Ben Shapiro video, I don't just talk about Ben Shapiro being short. I don't just talk about his lack of facial hair and his inability to grow a beard. I also address the takes on top of that. They never address the takes. One thing you will always notice is that conservatives and my naysayers in general rarely ever actually look at like something that I've said and tackle it head on. It's either something that I haven't said that is clipped out of context that they yell at, a straw man, or basically just ad hominems about how they have assigned certain sets of values to me that they have now declared is hypocritical. He has a house, but he's a socialist. You can't have a house when you're a socialist. He has supercars, many supercars. I heard it all. It's always like an exaggeration of what the truth is too. I have many supercars. I have a fucking mega mansion. My father is a billionaire. Like, none of that is true. And they're just basically fucking yelling at things that aren't true at all. He takes private jets all the time. You know what I mean?
And as a communist, he has no idea how to use capital.
It's true. This is true. And the same thing with Vosh, like, and the same thing, honestly, with Destiny. It's like these guys don't do anything else. You look at like Jeremy from the Quartering. He's got his coffee, and he's got the Publica that he's doing. Coffee brand coffee, and he's got the Publica that he does. And Tim here obviously has the coffee that the cast brew coffee in it.
Wait, like, what are you talking about? You think first of all, I have a cooperative podcast. Secondly, I have a pretty fucking successful, I mean, not successful in the capitalist sense, because like the margins are really shitty, but like a pretty fucking popping merchandise line too on top of that literally wipes out the entire union garment production in the United States of America every time we do a release. It's kind of fucking crazy that he's saying this. So even on that sense, even on that framework, even on that sensibility, I do have other things that I'm engaging in that are very fucking successful. And not only that, but also I don't even care about the success of those things. I care about the impact that my community has. I care about the fact that we can raise $1.3 million in a span of a month for Palestinians after October 8th. I care about the fact that there are community organizers that reach out to me and say like, hey, we need some help here. I care about the fact that I attend, YDSA meetings. I care about the fact that I talk to labor union organizers on a regular basis. I care about the fact that I've been able to get people to join unions and unionize their workplaces. That is the impact that actually makes all of this worth it. You in this community and the actions that you take make all of this worth it. And I find it really strange that these guys immediately cast that aside, partially because it doesn't suit their argument that I'm like some fake, phony bullshit guy, right? But it's like, it's not, this is a stupid way to make this argument entirely. And it's odd because like if I fucking bought like a coffee company and then started selling coffee, you would literally be like, oh, dude, look at him. He's a capital owner. He's a capitalist. He's doing a coffee business. Like, what a fucking phony. And they would kind of be right, depending on how I manage it. Anyway, unlike these fucking bozos, by the way, I do actually care about American workers, which is why I work with American manufacturers in companies that are unionized, okay? I produce my merchandise with unionized garment manufacturing shops in the United States of America. And I still sell it at the same fucking price point that these dipshits sell it at. $35 for a fucking t-shirt, for the record. Think about that. Think about that. I sell my t-shirts at ideology.shop, okay? We have some, we have like a little bit left at this point on back order, okay? For $35. It's American made, it's high quality, it's union made. Let's see what Tim Pool's shop looks like. I want to see what his, because I don't know, maybe his merchandise isn't that bad. Maybe his merchandise is also made with union manufacturing in the United States of America with like union shops. I doubt it though. Let's see. Let's go to Tim Pool's store. TimcastCreatorSpring.com, featured products. Okay, let's take a look. Lift heavy thing. A t-shirt or a fucking 33 Australian dollars. Okay? Make sad voice stop. Let's see. Where is this made? Worldwide shipping. Products are fulfilled in the US and EU. Okay, it doesn't say where it's made. To be fair, $33 Australian dollars is $4. No. I doubt it, since if it was union made, he'd never be able to get anything out since you're constantly clearing the entire US domestic market. It's true. Products are fulfilled from the US and EU. What is this? Definitely drama, but 100% true. The 5K hit piece was supposed to resemble
I don't understand what
the V is unironically evil video, but never got put out. Demediated the fallout on Discord. Wait, what?
Are we just mad because somebody went public, or?
Yeah, I think Doomer's a little mad that somebody went public after there was an agreement to keep it private and do this payment plan.
That counts as some form of repayment. Let's say 1K. Let's just focus on 2,800 for the Hasan video. I intend to repay him 3K. What is happening here? These guys are actually like giving money to each other to make YouTube videos. What the fuck? This has got to be fake, bro. This is like comically stupid. I mean, it's pretty sad if these motherfuckers are like literally getting together to be like, well, let's make another hit piece YouTube video for $5 grand. Ugh. I don't know what the fuck this is, but I don't want to know, honestly. Black market Hasan dealing. No life or mutual aid. Yeah. It just has to be fake because honestly, it has to be fake because it's so stupid. Like I don't want to think that like, isn't this like Nicholas Duorio guy like one of those fucking dipshit like crypto fascist dudes too? This video is actually Destiny mediating because this became public instead of saying a private payment. Please skip, not worth the time. So they're more mad that he didn't actually make the video or something? Like, I don't get it. Probably would be good to damage their reputations over the fact that they're literally paid shills that are taking money to make these hate videos, even if it's fake, Lamau. No, I don't give a shit. He was paid to make the video and didn't even do it. Now he owes the money and is salty. I think it's pretty valid and awesome if they were like, yeah, I'll make a Hasan hate video, and then you just got a cool 5 stack and you didn't actually fucking make the video. Good for you, King. Get your fucking money up, dog. What is happening here? It's not because it was drama because they wouldn't pay. Bro, that's fucking sick. Actually, get your licks in, King. Fuck yeah. No, you should, because that's where a lot of the other ones came from. Dude, that's crazy. Why are they... Let's just focus on the $2,800 for the Hasan video. I intend to repay him 3K. I can't believe there's like a legitimate viable industry out here of like some of the worst losers of all time. Wait, what is this? I will drop everything.
They don't want to talk to me.
I will pay him back within 6 months. I partially pay back the initial amount, but it's been a while. I intend to repay the whole thing. That's not true. You didn't pay anything back unless you have receipts. See, you don't know what happened. So the drama is The drama is what? The drama is that like there are like hate essays being thrown around for 5 stacks, and now the drama is that like they're not getting paid or something. I thought this was a joke. I'm gonna be honest. I'll make a hit video on you for 2.8K. All our products, including shirts, are sourced outside of the United States. We offer a variety of options in our designs. Yeah, they're not made in the U.S. Of course not. It would say if they were. Tim Pool Merch Company. Read the criticism section. Yeah, they use Teespring, right? Black women are trash. They made a t-shirt saying, what the fuck? Daily Dot. In 2018, the company came under fire for providing items in sale that celebrated Dylan Roof. Jesus Christ. This seems like an awful lot of coincidences. I can't understand what is happening unless it's projected on some tight shorts. Yeah. (2021) Amaze Software released a press announcement declaring the acquisition of Springs. On January 6th, the U.S. Capitol was invaded by rioters. In a viral photo, one rioter was wearing Camp Auschwitz t-shirt. On January 11th, Teespring removed and apologized for the sale of Camp Auschwitz shirts on their platform. Oh my God, they're fucking crazy. That's where they got the Camp Auschwitz shirts from. Anyway, ideology.shop, by the way, t-shirts are still available for those of you who want to buy it. How are you so unaware about how they intentionally try to drive you insane constantly? They talk about it all fucking day on Twitter and Discord circles. You fall for it pretty regularly too, so it makes sense why they keep doing it. Well, don't you realize that it doesn't actually work if I am completely oblivious to it? Like, what do you mean? You're like, dude, you're falling for they're making you insane. I'm like, I'm doing all right. I'm doing pretty good, actually. This guy's so mad that you're not falling for the bait. Yeah. Are you okay, man? Are you okay? Sock them 1293.4? I think that these guys are pretty pathetic. I hope that, I mean, I'm glad that they're making money. I wish them well. But I do think that I don't know if I'm the insane person. If I'm just like out here kind of going about my day, you know, covering the news, covering politics, looking at a little bit of drama, and they're the ones who are like sweatily typing in Discord circles about how like they didn't get their 5K back. So I don't know.
It's just it's coffee and news websites. It's all any of us do.
No, but you've got, you know, you're building the boonies, and there's a lot of things that you're doing, and you look at other people that are on the right. You Daily Wire, like they just went whole hog with the, you know, started with a podcast stuff, and now they're huge, and you look at people on the right, and they behave in a very clearly different way to people on the left.
But this is what the left and the right distinction has become.
Yes.
People of merit are now considered all right wing, and people of no merit are left wing.
Chatters, get the 5K and just make a positive video. What do you mean? Get like 2.5K up front, 2.5K after the release. Release a fucking positive video. If they don't give you the 2.5K, you just made $2.5 grand for making a video. That's it. What are they going to do? Be like, oh, I didn't like the fucking energy in the video. It was too positive. Who gives a shit? Fucking make your money, dummies. Make your money. Get your money up, and now you're funny up. And you get to fucking make people who are like objectively some of the saddest losers on the planet extra sad. You might even get one of them to actually end up, you know, video gaming themselves. It's like a fucking extra benefit. There's extra credit on the side.
Used to
Win-win.
be that you could be a successful entrepreneur, liberal, Democrat, having a reasoned discussion with your Republican neighbor and going, I think you're crazy. But when's the golf game? We're going Sunday, right?
Right.
Now it's completely at odds. And as many people point out, like Donald Trump is a New York liberal from 15 years ago. And now you're far right. No, the reality is the reason why I have a bunch of business ventures outside of just this show. So my morning show, I could live off that and I'd be wealthy for the rest of my life. Just the morning hour and a half that I record at Monday through Friday, it makes me a rich person. But so then we have timcast.com memberships. And I said this before, my personal salary just comes from my morning show. I don't want to discount the fact that this company makes profits beyond that, and I do get profits, but the money that we get beyond the morning show, so IRL and all that stuff, we are reinvesting into expanding and doing all these other things, because my mission, my passion is not streaming, making a bunch of money. It is building culture, building opportunity, creating cool.
Dude, what culture is this man building? What does he mean, building culture? What the fuck is he saying? No wonder these guys are so obsessed with like liberals and shit. All they care about is not like real tangible results, changing the fucking scope of politics, because that shit is like served to them, right? It's served to them. When you're a right winger, you already get that. You already get that from the regular avenues, right? So like all they care about is like getting people to listen to their dog shit art. I obviously don't have to worry about that because like there is a decent amount of art that reflects my values, or reflects my worldview, reflects my ideology. But that's precisely the reason why they care about that shit so much. That's it. Because like they don't have it. They don't have the juice in that space. So that's all they obsess over. Yeah, the only thing, no, he's building cultures under that beanie is right, dude. Ew.
Cool things. That's true for Jeremy of the quartering. Jeremy, I don't think is sitting there being like, I need to make money, money. He's like, I want to do more. I've succeeded here. What else can I do? There's a mission to be had.
Dude, I don't get it. Like, you don't fucking do commerce for, like, I don't think he gives a shit about, like, coffee. Like, he's not passionate about coffee, and that's why he has a coffee shop. He's passionate about making money. Like, that's it. For me, I love doing merch. I do. Like, it's annoying, it's a nuisance, and I've made it so that, like, the margins are minimal, right? But I like making cool shit that you guys can wear, and I enjoy wearing it as well. It's stuff that I wanted to do when I was younger, and that's why I do it. I do it because it's in high demand from you, my community, and my goal is always to get people to wear that even if they're not fans of mine. You know what I mean? Like, get people to look at that and go, wow, that's sick. I would like to wear that. You know? And it's kind of weird that they're like trying to be like, oh, I'm passionate about like all this other stuff. I'm passionate about building culture. I don't know what the fuck that means. Or they're saying like Quarter Pounder is actually passionate about like what? Building a brand or coffee industry, coffee business? Like,
their business,
just wanna
I
make
guess,
money.
that's
That's it.
totally not like internet business, or it's an IT business or something like that. That's totally independent of like YouTube and stuff that he did, like completely isolated. So it's he's just a workaholic, you know?
Look at the cultural evolution that we're going to be engaging in.
Sure.
The right has people who are like,
yeah, Quartering is such a workaholic that he pisses in his basement. He ain't got no time to fucking piss anywhere else. I, on the other hand, am not a workaholic. I only stream 10 hours every fucking day for 365 days.
I have succeeded and I would like to build more. And then you have the left where they're like, I'm making a bunch of money right now because a social media platform has propped me up and I have no idea how to monetize outside of this and I will soon disappear.
Yeah. Like,
I'm upset because...
Yes, dude. It does not... Here's the greatest lie that these fucking dumbasses tell their audience and you hear all the time. It's so hard to make money when you have money. It requires something brilliant. That's not true. Okay? All you need to do is take the money and give it to someone, a financial institution that has a fiduciary responsibility by law to fucking yield the best returns that they possibly can for you on that investment. It's that simple. It is literally the simplest thing on the fucking planet. Once you have money, it's very easy to make more money off of that money. Okay? Anyone who tells you anything else on that issue is lying to you. They're lying to you. The system is designed to literally help you. It's so weird that they're like literally saying that it's not work if you are unironically engaging in labor that gets you to earn a wage or earn or generate revenue. It's actually work when you get passive income. It's the exact opposite. Okay? You might not like what I do and you might not consider it work, and I understand that. It is fucking super easy. I get to fly to Australia and sit in a fucking fancy hotel room and talk shit to 20,000 fucking people and make money. It's crazy. I'm the most fortunate motherfucker on the planet. But in comparison to a landlord, this is actually work in the sense that, in the exact same sense that Labonte earlier mentioned, if I stop doing this, I don't make money. Landlording, on the other hand, or fucking putting your capital into a diverse portfolio, right? And earning capital off of your capital, passive income, that's not work. It is literally not work. It's not. If your money is making money for you, you're not working. That's the whole point. That's literally why people look at it as retirement. And it's so shocking to me that dudes who are 9-to-5ers sucking the man's dick every goddamn day, getting shafted every goddamn day, sit on the fucking job site or on their way to work and listen to these fucking dickheads talk about this shit and go, hell yeah, that's right. Passive income is real work, brother. Like, how do you not recognize that? They're lying to you. They're lying to you because they're fucking rich. I'm rich too, but at least I'm not lying to you. It blows my mind. And they go, that's indecent. Maybe they think it's indecent because they feel like I'm giving the game away. You know what I mean? But many people don't want to hear it anyway. So they also get mad and yell at me.
Only people are.
Your subs are passive income by their own argument? No, that's not how that works, man. What are you talking about? My subscription revenue is not passive income unless I take the subscription revenue and put it into the stock market. No. Your subs are passive income by their own argument. No, it's not correct. If I took the revenue from my subscriptions, which are given to me at the top of the fucking hour, in the middle of the hour, and different times. No, I meant you're not getting active money from those people. I'm confused by what you're saying. But it's not top of the hour yet, so I'm not going to run a 3-minute ad break. Don't worry. Fear not, chatters. I will not cook you like that.
Watching my hot political take that I put out there, the same viewership as my gaming, and so he has to keep doing it. It's a job for him. And he's got nothing else. It's not his passion anymore. Maybe it's now just he has to do it.
I
no, it is. Oh my God. Okay, for those of you who are wondering, I guess if you couldn't fucking figure this out, no, of course it's my fucking passion. Ain't nobody on the planet is dumb enough to consistently fucking talk about this shit for 10 hours every day. There is no, like, that's insane, okay? If it wasn't my passion, there are many other alternatives to me. I'm very fortunate, okay? No, it is my passion. But my other goal here, my overarching goal, is to get people who are not personally super passionate about politics to be invested in politics. And in order to bring in a broader audience, we have to do fun stuff and not be gross to the people that are uninitiated. That was my point, which of course didn't make it out in the screenshots, but that was what I was talking about. No, it is a pleasure job. I love this job. Criminalize usury based. I agree. They don't realize that we beg you to do other stuff then we the people don't watch it and it annoys you, which is a true thing. Exactly. It's people that constantly go play video games, play video games, play video games, and when I do, they're like, oh well, I didn't watch. You should play video games. You're the least you're the least popular and often not full understood political leaning in the country because you love being yelled at. Actually, yeah, I do. I have a passion for being yelled at by people who would probably understand my position if they were like a little bit more charitable, but they can't be because they never see me do anything but yell at chatters. Yeah, when it's not my passion, you will know. Okay? Because I won't do it anymore. That's it. How coward and phony Tim Pool became one of the biggest political YouTubers on the planet. A former darling of Occupy Wall Street, Tim Pool has racked up more than 1 billion views and millions in earnings while dangerously whitewashing the far right. Bro, this shit across the cultural zeitgeist is funny as fuck. D-Boy's gaslighting Tim Pool, gaslighting his audience because you venting in your own Discord is funny as fuck. Yeah, I mean, hey, thank you for the content though. It is pretty funny. Yeah, we'll watch the Tim Pool having a meltdown in a second about like how he's shocked that his audience is like becoming mass shooters.
You see this is a trend that's been on YouTube forever. You'll see a video where someone goes on YouTube and they're going, I just can't do this anymore. You don't know how hard it is. I'm really struggling. I wake up every day. And then all you got to do is look at their past like 4 videos and the viewership was in decline. And then they have a mental breakdown. Because what's happening is they're watching their sales decline rapidly and they don't know why. Now, any person who has experience in business or like, you know, us, for instance, what do we think? I'm like, okay, so the election cycle is, as soon as the election ended in 2020, like I said to everybody, the election cycle is gone, which means viewership's going to drop. It means revenue goes way down. So we need to shift and figure out better ways of monetizing because ads won't cut it. Like we have a 4-year cycle in news and politics. 2024, of course, is a really big year for us. I imagine by the end of the year.
How are you liking Easter weekend in Melbourne? Just because I'm parasocial fucker, do you have any OS plans today? Yes, I do. It's so funny that these guys are talking about this shit. Like I understand all of this and I don't believe any of this. So it's like weird that they're having this conversation as though like I disagree with it. Like I am my anger in that moment doesn't come from like viewership declining. It's not declined. It's coming from the idea that like people don't think that it is a wise investment to do stuff that's outside of the political scope and just cater to that same audience over and over again and only do politics and only do one thing. No, because I'm multifaceted and I'm capable of doing things way beyond political shit, immediately political shit, is how I get more people invested in politics in the long run. That is my job. That is my goal. My goal is to put out relatively decent vibes, doing stuff that's not immediately political, and have those people go back and be like, well, you know what? I remember him having fun. I remember him playing around with animals and stuff. And he seemed to be like a nice guy. Maybe I was wrong about the way that I originally assessed him, right? Maybe I was geared into thinking that this was a bad dude. Maybe he's not a bad dude at all. I'll listen to his take and I'll be a little bit more charitable and I'll probably understand what he has to say rather than immediately fucking react in a negative way. Yeah, the thing I always see in the comments is that you're really fun to watch when you aren't doing politics. I read Emaru's comments and all the comments are about how you seem really nice and good content when you aren't doing politics. Maybe it's time to diversify. That's what I mean. That's true. Because people, and those people would be way more understanding of my politics if they watched more of the normal shit.
She fired or did she leave of her own?
Okay, hold on. I gotta pee again. I've peed like 1,000 times, dude. I swear to God.
The year, it's going to be bonkers in terms of viewership with the billions of dollars in spending. And of course, the civil war. I'm kidding. But, you know, as things start picking up. But if you don't know how to run a business and you're one of these streamers and the only thing you do is just, hey, subscribe, and that's it. Well, people come and go. I mean,
yeah,
What are you building? What are you doing?
And the worst thing about it is all of the topics that they're talking about mean nothing a week later. There's zero replay value for any of it. And that's why I was saying, like, if they stop 6 months later, there's like no one cares. Like, I mean, I am fortunate that like people have really fallen in love with some of the stuff that All That Remains is written. And I get checks from that forever because people love the music and it's going to be with them forever. I listen to music that I listened to when I was a kid still. Now, there's a bunch of stuff that I've added since, but everybody still loves the bands they fell in love with when they were 15, 16 years old. And I'm super, super happy and super fortunate and super grateful to all the people that still spin stuff from the fall of ideals, from when they were kids. But it's like, if you don't do something that people can really fall in love with, that's beyond just the daily kind of, this is what's going on, you're not going to have any kind of longevity. And I don't understand why. I mean, I assume that it's mindset, but the dudes that we've been talking about, none of them are doing anything outside of their daily stream, you know?
So my first YouTube channel was youtube.com/Timcast, and I would do one segment every day at 4 p.m. It got big. I got to a point where I was getting 500,000 views on one 30-minute segment. Then I launched Timcast News and started doing 5 segments there. Then we launched Timcast IRL. Then youtube.com/Timcast turned into...
Okay, the rest of this is boring. They're just like sucking each other off, I think. Let's move on from this.